Live again from Pergamena, which is a family tannery. I got sucked in when I married my husband. We're 15 generations into this family business. It was my father-in-law started the tannery that we're in the 70s for bowling shoe leather and the inside of Steinway pianos. My brother-in-law was in school for sculpture, had his BFA, and learned about parchment. And he was like, you know what, we get hides, all you have to do is like one more step from a raw thing to parchment. I fell in love with parchment, not because I was ever an artist, but because the history of it is so cool, and it feels like working with a partner, because each of these pieces was once a living soul, was once a living animal. For people who can see this as honoring of life and honoring of material, and something that always challenges you a little bit more because it is interactive, because each piece brings ideas, then there's no beating it. And it's erasable. So, you know what? I love it. What you have in front of you is goat. This is one of the new products that we are hoping to offer. There's parchment, and then vellum is only calf. You can call calf parchment because it is got skin, it's parchment. You can't call sheep or deer or ostrich vellum. These are your pieces if you would like to keep them. I give them to you guys. They're fun. We're going to sand them in a little bit. Being able to have access now to this goat parchment is going to make the material much cheaper, much more readily available, and as we've been experimenting yesterday and during IM, it works. Yeah, it's a great material. It's not supposed to be shimmer, and this was done in IM. It's still wet. So that is on a goat that has been unprepared. So the ink is still sitting on the surface, but because it's sitting on the surface, it's getting that shimmer effect, which is phenomenal, but it means it also hasn't dried fully. So that could be a reason why you'd want to put it through preparation, because the ink would have dried. What we're going to do is draw we're doing quadrants through your large or whichever sheet you picked as your favorite if you are preparing to sand. Draw 4 sections, and you're going to leave one unprepared. We'll leave a strip for unprepared, a strip for prepared, just simply sanded, a piece that has Sanderac on it, and then free for all. Some people the other day like trying the medieval standing stone replica we have, which is essentially the recipe for bread, including glass, that would have mimicked what they would have used. I'm going to start with this dyed piece because it is a lot easier to see what's coming off on a dyed piece versus on a just undyed piece of goat. I take the 400 sand grit, I rip a small piece about the size of my 3 fingers that I feel the strongest about using, and small concentric circles. You're not really worried ever about ripping this. The only things you're really worried about is your hand's moisture getting on it. With just a couple seconds, you can see it actually, majority of the color has come off, but it is still reminiscent there. You can see a little bit more of what looks like veining, fat wrinkles, or something that's maybe a little bit more lifelike. It's a lot smoother. You guys can touch the difference here. A microfiber cloth I find is super helpful. You can feel just how soft that is compared to how gritty. You guys are going to pick up your pieces, get a piece that feels comfortable in your hand. You can start with the whole piece. I do it because I find this to be a little bit more comfortable when it's small. Start going in small concentric circles, like you're rubbing it off. You can start moving it around. You're gonna start to see dust coming now. And you're definitely not gonna hurt it. I mean, you are totally hurting it. You're essentially destroying it, but you're making it better by doing that. All right, now stop. You've only been doing it for just a couple of moments, and if you take your microfiber cloth, you're already gonna put it to it. You're already gonna see a difference on your cloth and feel a difference in there too. You can literally just take it off, and you don't have to be worried about how gentle you're being. That was pretty rough, and it's still there. The drawing, that leaf right there, and
Wow.
like that.
Effective.
Super easy, and I bet if you even colored in that place in a moment, you won't be able to tell that.